Imagine this. A club like Real Madrid loses Cristiano Ronaldo and suddenly needs a new face. Not just a good player, a superstar. So they go after Eden Hazard. At the time, it looked like the perfect transfer. Hazard wasn't just one of the best players in England, he was one of the most exciting footballers in the world. But only a few years later, he became one of the biggest transfer failures in football history. So what actually happened to Eden Hazard? Was he simply destroyed by injuries? We're opening the file on one of football's biggest mysteries. Before we talk about the downfall, we need to remember who Eden Hazard really was. At Chelsea, he was unstoppable. He could score, create chances, beat defenders, and change a match almost by himself. Every time he touched the ball, something special could happen. His final season at Chelsea was incredible. He helped the club win the Europa League and looked ready for the biggest move of his career. So when Real Madrid paid around €100 million for him, almost nobody questioned the decision. On paper, everything looked right. Real needed a star. Hazard wanted Madrid. He was still in his prime. In terms of pure footballing quality, almost nobody had doubt. But some transfers look perfect on paper and still fall apart the moment real life begins, become the biggest disasters. And with Hazard, the warning signs appeared much sooner than anyone expected. Even before the season really started, there were concerns about his fitness. Hazard later admitted that he returned from the summer break overweight. For most players, that might not sound like a big problem. But Hazard's entire game depended on speed, balance, and explosive movement. Even a small loss of fitness could change everything. In November 2019, during a Champions League match against PSG, Thomas Meunier injured Hazard. At first, it looked like an ordinary injury, but it became the beginning of the end. The pain kept coming back. Hazard would recover, then get injured again. For a player whose game depended on quick movement, that cycle was devastating. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If we blame everything on injuries, we're probably only telling half the story, because Hazard also had weaknesses that became much harder to hide once his body stopped protecting him. At Madrid, every extra kilo gets noticed. Every average performance becomes a headline. Every injury raises more questions. While Hazard was fighting to recover, younger players like Vinicius Jr. kept improving. They had the energy, confidence, and physical condition that Hazard was slowly losing. Then came another moment that hurt his reputation. After Real Madrid were knocked out of the Champions League by Chelsea, Hazard was seen smiling and talking with his former teammates. Maybe he was simply greeting old friends, but for many Madrid fans, that image became a symbol. He had already lost the trust of many supporters. He was no longer seen as an unlucky superstar. He had become the face of a failed transfer. So now we get to the real question. Was Eden Hazard a victim, or was he responsible for his own fall? The honest answer is probably both. The injuries destroyed the most important part of his game, but at the same time, his preparation, his fitness, and his lifestyle probably made the situation even worse. His downfall wasn't caused by one single mistake. It wasn't just bad luck. It wasn't just poor professionalism. It was the combination of everything. A body that kept breaking down, a style of play built on explosive movement, the pressure of the biggest club in the world, and a player who could never become the version Real Madrid thought they had signed. Maybe the saddest part of this whole story is that we never got to see the full version of Eden Hazard at Real Madrid. We'll never know what that transfer could have become. What we do know is that one of the most exciting footballers of his generation slowly disappeared. Not because he forgot how to play football, but because injuries, pressure, expectations, and his own mistakes all collided at the same time. We'll never know what could have happened if that ankle injury had never occurred, but one thing is certain. Football lost one of its most magical players far sooner than anyone expected. What do you think? Was Eden Hazard simply unlucky, or did he waste one of the greatest talents of his generation? Let me know your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more football mysteries.